Hello everybody, it's Niklas and welcome to this new video on Darktable, and in this video we are going to see how to work with the parametric mask. And it is a very useful feature that we can use if we want to apply adjustment on a specific area on an image. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like the content. First link on the description, the complete course Darktable is available. So if you want to learn this software starting from scratch with a course structure, it will be on the first link on the description. You will see the models, session of the course, what you will be able to learn in this trading course. In the second link on the description, it is a website in link with these YouTube channels. You can discover software in these YouTube channels, and secondly on the description, it is a summary of all the graphic courses available. So we are going to start. I'm going to go on the collections here, and I'm going to select my images. And the first image that I will use as an example will be this one to see the parametric mask. Concretely, you need to understand that on each adjustment, you can create a mask, and you have different type of mask. Let's make something pretty simple with the base adjustment here. If I select, for example, the base adjustment, I can use, for example, exposure here. And with the exposure, I can just activate the adjustment, and I can work with the exposure on all my images, just like that. If I want to apply a mask, I'm going to reset the parameter. You can just scroll down below, and on each adjustment, you can see the different masks appearing on this area. And you can use something that we call the parametric mask. You can also complete the parametric mask with drone and parametric mask. Here I'm going to show you parametric. So I will click on this area, and after you have the mask option, the first thing that you can do, it is to, for example, display the mask. And if I click here, I can display the mask, and because I didn't set any parameter, the mask will take all my image just like that. So now what you need to understand when you scroll down a little bit below, in the parametric mask, you can work with the input and the output, just like this. And you can apply this on something specific. It can be channels, but something that we will use the most, it is the value channel. So it means you can create a selective area from the exposure. It can be chroma channel, so it means for a level of saturation, and the hue channel, so it means for a range of color. If I dragging and moving the input here, as you can see, we can create a restriction on the area that we are going to select. So depending on what I choose, I'm going to select, for example, the value channels. If I select the value channels, I can work by luminosity. And concretely in this area, if I click here, we can see the lights on the sky area and the shadows on the rock area. It means I can create a selection by this using my parametric mask. So I can activate again here and using the input. If I move the input here, I will select, for example, the lights. But if I go here, I will select more the shadows, as you can see, because I'm using the value channels. After I'm going to show you that you can do on the chroma channels, but it's a little bit different. It will be for something different, or the saturation, the hue channels. So let's click on the value channels, and if I want to select the rock area, I need to dragging and moving this, and you can also dragging and moving the second cursor to adjust. So you can adjust, for example, my two cursor here of output, and thanks to that, I can try to select only this area on the shadows. If I want to complete, after that, I have feathering radius, so I can apply a feather on my mask, blurring radius, just like this, and I can increase or decrease the mask opacity and also work with more contrast or a little bit less contrast. And now I selected this area. What does it mean? It means that if I just go on the top, just here you can keep the mask but deactivate the display of the mask. And if now I apply my transformation, it will apply only on my mask area, just here. So it will apply only on my mask area. This is the principle of the mask. I'm going to show you with another example and another type of adjustment. So let's deactivate the exposure here, and I will deactivate everything on this area. I'm going to select another image as another example. What image I will select? I will select, for example, this one. And selected this image, you can see the bridge with the red color here. So I will take an adjustment. I will go, for example, we have some Velvia color contrast, or I can go also on the basic adjustment here. And something that we can use is, for example, I'm not going to use this one. I will go in the color adjustment. And in the color adjustments, let's just take something like, for example, RGB primary, just like that. And or maybe it's not pretty good, or Velvia. Yes, let's just use RGB primaries. I will activate this. With the RGB primaries, what you can do, you can work on the different channels and increase different values. I would like to apply these values only on the bridge area. So it means this red bridge, or with all the red area here. How I can do this? I can create a parametric mask. And for this, I will click on parametric mask. I will scroll down below, and I will activate the preview of the mask, just like this. So now what I will use, instead to use the value channels, I will use something like the hue channels. And thanks to the hue channels, I will have my first cursor, my second cursor, input, output, and I will need to, if I move this one here, as you can see, I can start my selection. So you can see the different color here. So because the bridge is in red, it's logical that I need to move this cursor to define an interval in red. And I will complete with this one. So I need to move this to 1. But you can also move directly the element on the bottom, and the element on the top will move as well. And you can after adjust only a little bit this one. And as you can see, it's convenient because if I reduce, I can create this type of selection just like that. But I can also move maybe a little bit this one or move a little bit this one, but I think, yes, we can, for example, work like this. And I can reduce a little bit the interval, just like that, to try to select only the bridge area. Even if I will have a little bit on this other area, but if you create parametric mask and draw, you will be able to remove that. Now what I can do, I can also adjust with a feather radius. And as you can see, we can do something like this. Feathering radius, blurring radius as well, mask opacity. I can, for example, reduce or increase the mask opacity and the mask contrast as well. In this case, I will increase the mask contrast, just like that. So now, if I apply my adjustment, the adjustment will apply only on the yellow area, only where is located the mask. So the first thing that you can do is to come back on the top, and here you can just deactivate the preview of the mask, not the mask, just the preview. And if now I'm using my adjustment in RGB primaries, so we have still the mask activated, you can apply the adjustment only on this area. So maybe I can increase this, increase this, increase this as well. If I change the hue, it will impact also this one. I think I can change a little bit the hue and it will impact, as you can see, the bridge, or I can change the green hue as well, or also the blue hue. As you can see, we are going to impact only this bridge area for the simple reason that I apply the mask. So I can impact with my adjustment only this area. It's not extremely powerful about the adjustment, so we don't see too much the difference, but concretely the adjustment is going to be applied, as you can see, only on this specific area. And that's it. This is the principle of the mask. So if I display you get the mask, you can click here and you can just work like that. And you can repeat this process also for the chroma channels. And the chroma channels, you can select, you can create a mask with a level of saturation. So it means you can define the area more saturated or the area less saturated, moving the input and the output cursor. And this is the principle of the parametric mask. So we are going to stop here for these videos. If you like these videos, subscribe to these YouTube channels. First link on the description, the complete course. Darktable is available, so if you want to learn this software starting from scratch with a course structure, it will be on the first link on the description. You will see the models, the session of the course, what you will be able to learn. It is a complete course to perfectly master Darktable. We can see in detail all the Lightable modes with the selection, with how to create style, how to import images, add metadata, and classify, organize user filters, and also all the darkroom mode with the different adjustments explained one by one, step by step. In the second link on the description, it is a website in link with this YouTube channel. You can discover software in these YouTube channels, have basics of this software. And second link on the description, it is like an online school, so it means you can pick a course and you can learn any graphic software. For next video, see you. Ciao, ciao.